Good evening all. Ira Epstein of Linn & Associates with your metals market wrap-up for this Tuesday, and we are now October 13th, 2020, getting on to 7 p.m. Central Time. I'm later than normal because my wife comes up with this brilliant idea, and let's go to the dog park, and there's two of them where I live, and meet our neighbors, one of my best friend's daughters, she's my neighbor. And I said, okay, and before you know it, what should have been a 30-minute thing turned into an hour and a half, so I'm a bit late. Apologize for that, but I had a ball with all the dogs. You need to do anything to get out before the weather turns cold, and will be cold in the Midwest. The dollar was up sharply today, as I call it. I call a 40 to 50 point gain in the sharp area, and that's because the market held the 9,300 level. Other currencies have pulled back. We still don't know where the Brits are with their EU deal. Energy prices, OPEC said they look a bit high, and there's still no inflation if you looked at the CPI numbers that came out this morning. So when we look at a weekly chart of gold, we're down $30 for the week. The important thing is on the daily chart, there is no trend. And traders trying to make a trend out of no trend, they get chopped up. I don't want you in that area. What I said before, and I'm going to say again, I think the longer term trader is stepping in and buying against that 18-week moving average of closes and saying, I want to own gold at that number, and I'm going to go through the election with it. They're not going to have stops. They're just picking a number. They're picking it because that is the number. Now, when we go to a daily bar chart, let's take a look right here. You can see how the market is just meandering back and forth. We have and still have a lower low and a higher high. Folks, that isn't the trend. Don't think it is. When we take a look at the moving averages, you're stuck between the 100 and the 18-day moving average of closes. We see that, you should see it, and you've got to wait. Let the market tell you what to do. This market has been, after it broke hard, it rallied, and a lot of traders thought that was the beginning of a bull trend. Then they got hurt here. Then you went up, knocked other people out. I'm telling you, I see it, owning my division of a brokerage company and having been in this and owned one of the largest introducing brokers in America for many years, I'm telling you how you can see these things develop. Get a big trend up or down, the traders can step in, but not right here. If we look at slow stochastics, they have corrected, past tense now. An overbought condition, the market is looking for direction. Don't know what it'll be. I still think you're caught between the 100 and the 18-day average and trendless. The gold-silver ratio corrected. You can see went in silver's favor. Now, this is the checkout. Silver's coming back up to say in that ratio, which means silver's losing the gold. Am I okay or not? If you break through these levels, I look for this to go even further. If it starts getting out over these tops right here, then it's a different problem for the silver market. What is the trend in silver? None. Lower low, higher high, similar to gold. People are trying to make something out of nothing. And if you're wise enough or smart enough or lucky enough to catch trends that don't move or swings that don't move, God bless you. There's a lot of day traders, and what I do on a daily or a weekly basis, they're doing on a 15 or a 5-minute basis. I get it. Been with these people a long time. Some of them are excellent at it. So to them, they're catching the moves they want because it's volatile. It's not just one directional. In the copper market, we still have a pattern of higher lows, higher highs, supports back at the 300, let's call it 301 level, 300.5, not even 301. Back and forth in there right now, but the trend is up. The platinum still has a downtrend. Lower highs, lower lows. It's actually the flip-flop of the gold. If it rallies, it'll fight a battle between the 100-day average up here and staying above the 18-day average, if it does. It hasn't done it. It's in a downtrend, and until it loses it, I'm expecting that the 870, 860 level will act as a resistance point. 901.90, if you get over that, it'll actually turn the trend out of the downtrend, may even turn it eventually up, but it'll be in an interesting area if it does it, because the Bollinger Band would be waiting for it. As I told you, I expected that the Palladium market was going to have a lot of trouble on its very first test of an upper Bollinger Band. You came from the lower band to the 18-day average fought. When that happens, and if you get to that upper Bollinger Band, especially in a wide series here that isn't like one of those pipes we talk about, no, you're just looking for problems. This is the area where the pros, in my opinion, I can't prove what other people do. I know what my opinion is, and you can cover the name of the chart. I'll tell you the same thing each time. That's where I think they came out. Now you've gone back to neutral land. But in the process of getting to that 18-day average, you broke the uptrend. Now you have a lower low, higher high. You have nothing. In the dollar index, you're still in a downtrend. Resistance should be around the 93.83 level. As I told you, I did not think today that the bears, and the trend has been down, will defend the market because it's too oversold. You're still there. You need to get this red number into the 30s before I think they'll defend the number again. So I have reason to still think you can get up even more. We'll see what the markets want to do. You know, one of the things that we try to do here is work with you on different ideas. If you're looking for market information, and I'm not showing my ad this time, I'm just basically showing what the markets did, and I'll even go back right here. The hardest thing to do is get you set up for trade ideas you might have. And if you really think of what I do here each day, that's what I'm trying to give you. That's why so many of you watch over and over and over. If you want to see the full value of what I do, you've got to be one of my research subscribers. This goes with it, but this is, believe me, this is the frosting on top of the big cake. In the big cake, you're going to see much more in the way of moving average talk and other moving averages. You're going to get better ideas from a buy here, sell there. If you get my written updates, I put out 2 special updates today. I was quite friendly at that point, and the Russell and the market did move very nicely from what, in fact, this morning we were talking about in our morning subscriber video. So go take a look at our free offers. That's all I'm asking. Look under the free. If you hadn't had access to my research, free, give it a click. If you haven't had it in a year, give it a click. If you had it within a year, I'm not going to honor it. I'll give you 2 weeks free. You make up your mind if it makes sense to you. I'm Ira Epstein. You have a great day. I will talk to you tomorrow.